Hey, what's up, DFS fans? Ryan Kostrowski. This is the DFS 5-pack. We are here for another session of Tip of the Day. It's where we just break down some of the simplistic and more. Can't talk this morning, apparently. I can't even think of the word I was trying to say, so let's just move on, and I will worry about learning to speak later. All right, guys. Usual stuff. New to the station, red button, press subscribe, get more DFS videos. Thumbs up is appreciated. If you want the full-length show, go sign up to be a member. And the lifetime sale is still up for a couple more days for anybody who wants the lifetime package before the price raises. Now, taking a look at baseball, because pitchers and catchers just reported. It's time to celebrate the idea of spring bring here. I know a lot of people are getting burnt out from the NBA season, so we will take a couple of minutes this morning and talk about the national pastime, which is Major League Baseball. So I want to talk about the BVP statistic, which that's batter versus pitcher. When you're looking at specifically how a specific hitter has fared against a specific pitcher. Like no statistic, it's not perfect. It has flaws, just like every other statistic you're going to look at, just like, righty-lefty splits, hot pitches, recency bias, they all weigh in. And like all of them, it's not perfect, but it does have its place. Rarely do you want to use it as a standalone statistic. So if I see that, I don't know, Ryan Zimmerman is 7 of 20 off of Mike Foltynewicz of the Atlanta Braves, like I don't take anything out of that because it's not far off of his career batting average. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit on the high end, but for all we know, he's got 2 bloopers in there. And then at that point, he hasn't hit them well. So you don't look at it as a standalone stat, in my opinion, with a few exceptions. Things like Evan Longoria versus CC Sabathia, where I don't have his career numbers handy, but he is batting something like an outrageous like 420 off of him with a ton of walks and a ton of home runs and doubles. Obviously, close to 100 at-bats like that, that's a big sample size. And Evan Longoria just flat out owns CC. Doesn't mean he'll go 4 for 4 every game, but having played this DFS thing the last couple of years and having, tuned into a lot of these Longo CC at-bats because I've had him a lot, like he just owns him. That's all there is to it. Sample size to me is a really, really big part of this. 4 of 10 doesn't really mean much, with the exception if maybe 4 of those are home runs and you've caught like some of the other at-bats live and they were line drives and stuff like that. That might start to mean something, whereas 33 and 90 starts to mean something. A lot of it is going to be based on sample size. Another thing I like to look for is extra base hits. If you're looking at a guy like a Mike Trout, who's a power hitter, who's an extra base hitter, and I see that he's going up against a specific Oakland A's pitcher, he's faced them 23 times, and he's 9 of 23, but 8 of them are singles. That doesn't mean as much to me because for all I know, he beat out a couple of weak rounders. He got a couple of bloopers. If that same guy is 9 of 23, but he's got 4 home runs and 4 doubles, obviously he is really queuing the ball up when he goes up against him. That's going to mean more. So I'm looking for slugging percentage oftentimes as opposed to just natural batting average. To go along with it, it's a good starting off point because it's a very easy statistic to look at. Whatever website you go to, you can basically just click on that column and have it tiered that way so you know what you're seeing. And then you could try to support it with other statistics. I'm a Milwaukee Brewers fan. Most people within the DFS industry, at least who play this game on the regular, know that Ryan Braun, for his career, has very big numbers off of left-handed pitching. If I see him with a high-powered BVP, let's say he's going up against Mike Montgomery, the Chicago Cubs. Again, I'm making this stat up, so don't take anything more out of it. But I know that I see he is, 12 of 30 off of Mike Montgomery with 3 home runs. All right, that's pretty good. But it piggybacks off the fact that I also know he's really good against left-handed pitching, so I would have had some interest to begin with. Now I see they're playing in Wrigley, where I know Braun's got huge numbers in his career. The wind's blowing out. Now it's a statistic that's supported by other means and not just a standalone stat. It has some value as a standalone stat, but if it's not supported by anything else, I wouldn't use it as the end-all, be-all, or as a crutch or anything like that. So that's my opinions on BVP. I like it, but I like to pick and choose my spots with it. Just because I see a guy is 7 of 19 off of somebody, if it's not supported by anything else, if those aren't extra base hits, then it doesn't really mean anything to me. Because for all I know, there's a couple of weak ground balls in there that he happened to beat out or a couple of bloopers. It means more if you've watched it, but we can't watch every single at-bat nor remember every single at-bat that we've seen. All right, guys, baseball will be here soon enough. Thanks for watching. See you for our regular scheduled NBA advice in a little bit. Have a great day.